little live stream. We're gonna test it out. So, but anyway, I'm gonna talk about how to make your small business credible in the eyes of the lender. And this is one of the steps that you have to take to build your business credit. And this, in my opinion, is the most important step in building business credit. Because one thing is when you apply for credit, right? You have to put in the fields, different things like name, address, stuff like that, right? Simple stuff. And each field that you put in there, they are looking for a particular thing, okay? They're looking for a particular thing. And we're going to go over those things and let you know how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. So the first thing is one, you got to register a name, okay? You register a name with the Secretary of State in the state where you reside, or your business is going to be doing business, okay? And with this name, you have to make sure that the name that you use that is registered, you are going to use this name exactly how you have it on your Secretary of State. So every process past this name step, you will use the name exactly the way you have listed it at the Secretary of State. The spelling, the punctuation, exactly the same every single time you use it. Very important, okay? Second is when you register your name, you have to set up a entity, okay? Now, any entity that you select, you can build business credit, okay? Aaron, so any entity that you set up at the Secretary of State, you can use to build business credit. But in order to separate your business from your personal, you must use an LLC or a corporation, okay? If you use a proprietorship or a partnership, then you will be personally liable for what happens at this business, okay? Next thing, you got your name and you selected your entity. The next thing is to have an address, okay? The situation with an address is this. The first thing that you should try to have for your address is a brick and mortar location, a place where you can accept deliveries, okay? Accept deliveries. You cannot use a P.O. box. You cannot use a UPS office address either, okay? So the first thing is to have a brick and mortar. If you're not able to have a brick and mortar, then what you do is get a virtual office account. Virtual office, okay? Virtual offices will give you an address for your business where you can receive your mail at, okay? Now, virtual offices, they provide different services, right? So they provide a service that for about $50 a month, you can get this address, okay? And the thing about the address is that it has to be a unique address, okay? We use Alliance Virtual Offices, okay? So make sure you get a virtual office system situation going, and it gives you a unique address, okay? Now, they have different services too. Like when you get mail there, they can scan it and mail it to you, email it to you. They'll scan it and email it to you. Or you can use their reception services. They also have offices that you can rent and have access to their break rooms and their meeting rooms, okay? So The first option is the brick and mortar. Second is the virtual office. Third is your home address. Now, the home address is the last option, okay? Now, the deal with the home address is some lenders perceive home addresses as this business not being credible, okay? But nowadays, more lenders are accepting that, people have home businesses now, okay? So the home address, using your home address is the last option. Do not use a P.O. box. Do not use a UPS address. And the reason why not to use those is because when you put that in your application, they have a database of all UPS addresses. They have a database of all P.O. boxes. If one of them come up, automatic denial. So they feel that if you have a P.O. box is your address for your business, that your business is not credible. Okay. We're going to move on to, we talked about name, entity, address. Now let's talk about the telephone number. Telephone number. This is what you need to know about a telephone number. Okay. You need to have a dedicated business line that is listed on a local 411 directory. Okay. Some lenders will approve you for credit just because you have an EIN number and your business is listed with 411. Okay. So make sure you have a dedicated telephone number for your business. It cannot be your home telephone number. It cannot be a cell phone. Just like the P.O. boxes, they have a database of all home telephone numbers, all cell phone numbers. Use those and you will get denied. Okay. What else? We got, okay. We talked about name, credibility. Okay. So we're talking about the telephone, right? Okay. So more about the telephone, right? You can use any one of those VoIP services. There's plenty of VoIP type services out there. One example is Grasshopper. Grasshopper, they give you a telephone number. They allow you to set it up that you can have different extensions. So you call in, so a professional, extension 1 for sales, extension 2 for customer support, and stuff like that. Okay. And those services you can use. I use Google. Google Voice gives you a telephone number for free. And you just list your telephone number with the 411 services. I use listyourself.com. It costs $60 a month, $25 setup fee. But if you use the Business Finance Suite, which you can find on my website, Business Credit Builder, then we waive that fee for you. Okay, so that's one of the savings that my program offers. Okay, so now, so the telephone, that's what you need to know about the telephone there. Okay, next we're gonna go to telephone fax number. Lenders perceive business to be credible if you have a fax number. Okay, so make sure you got a fax number. You can get fax numbers online to get the e-fax solution type thing, and they will get you a fax number, and you can receive faxes, and they go to your email. Simple stuff, right? Okay. Oh, one more thing about the telephone numbers, right? Lenders perceive businesses that have an 800 number to be credible. So you can have an 800 number, but you still need that local number listed on 411. So they do perceive if you have an 800 number, that's what they like to see. Okay. Now we're going to websites. Got a website? Lenders perceive credible businesses to have a website. So when you are searching for money to fund your business, they will research you, research your company, and you would like them to find what you provide them. Okay, so make sure you got a website. When they see your website, they're gonna look for your address, your telephone number, the name as is listed at the Secretary of State. They're gonna verify that all these stuff on your website matches what you provided on the application, and they will check to make sure that you are selling what you're supposed to be selling, what you say you're selling, right? Okay, that's the website. Next thing is licensing. Okay, now if your business is required to have a license to operate, you need to have that, because lenders will check that you are properly licensed or permitted to do the business that you say that you're going to do. And when you set up these licenses for your businesses or permits, then you have to make sure you use the exact same name, address, and telephone number that you used on your Secretary of State and that we set up, as I mentioned just now. I got all these bees out here on my porch. They get kind of close. But anyway, okay, licenses. So a lot of small businesses, the mistake that they make a lot of times is that they have different companies and they might put on a license the EIN number of a different business that they have. Common mistakes. Just don't make common mistakes. This is simple stuff, okay? They're gonna be looking for you to make mistakes on the simple stuff like that. Now, this stuff is all simple, but it's the most important part of building business credit, okay? And another reason why it's the most important part is that, for instance, if you mess up with one of these steps, the lenders are not required to tell you why they denied you. With personal credit, you have to give permission for them to look at your credit. In business, you don't. Anybody can see your credit. In personal, they have to tell you why they denied you the credit. In business, they don't have to tell you. So you can misspell your name and they deny you and you never know why you got denied. You keep getting denied and you're saying, hey, this thing doesn't work. Okay? So it's very important to make your business credible. Okay? Once you do all of that, then you're going to need to make sure, I like to double check that I got the spelling of my name right, the address is right, the city, state, zip, telephone, information on my website is correct, my license reflect the same information, and everything is right. Now, this is all ABC stuff, very simple, but the most important part of building business credit, okay? If you have any concerns, any questions, you can email me at Noel, Noel, at businesscreditbuilder.us. If you want to get a free guide on how to build your business credit, you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Free guide, and get you a free guide on how to build business credit. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good day.